Welcome back.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, many Asian cultures celebrate Lunar New Year, also called Chinese New Year, in many parts of the region. From the shopping to the cooking, eating, and reunions, it's a colorful and animated time for families.
Tay Tsen-Waye joins Carmen Huang, a Singaporean mother of one, in search of festive goodies and decorations, and later shares some special moments with Carmen's extended family.
Family time, traveling long distances to return home, shopping for clothes and decorations. Lunar New Year, or commonly referred to as Chinese New Year in many parts of the region, means many things for the different Asian cultures that celebrate it. But perhaps the most uniting of all the customs is food, buying, giving and eating it. One item that's a staple on many shopping lists in countries like Malaysia and Singapore is bak kwa, or in Mandarin, rogan, a barbecued savory sweetmeat made traditionally from pork, now available in chicken and fish and exotic meats such as lobster and crocodile.
The store has been barely open an hour and already the queue has stretched all the way past the block. Over the years, it's become somewhat of a tradition to spend hours in line, sort of badge of honor for some. I'm here to buy a small present for a family I'll be visiting later in the story, so I guess I better be joining the queue.
Bak kwa's available all year round in Singapore, but the buying frenzy peaks in the weeks leading up to the Chinese New Year holiday. There's even a Bloomberg bak kwa index that tracks prices at some of Singapore's most popular vendors. I was at one of them, but thankfully didn't have to wait for long.
So the first item on my checklist is done. I'm now going to meet Carmen Huang, a Singaporean mother of one, who's going to be sharing some of her earliest memories of Lunar New Year.
Singapore's Chinatown's packed at this time of the year. Thousands come to view the decorations and lights, while merchants selling all manner of festivity essentials compete to draw in the bargain hunting crowds.
But no prizes for guessing, it's the year of the rooster, the 10th animal sign of the Chinese zodiac. Will 2017 be a year to crow about? Well, you're just going to have to wait a bit longer to find out. But for now, we've got Carmen Huang. She's going to take us down memory lane and show us some festive goodies and decorations to buy for her grandmother. Hi, Carmen.
Hi, Wei.
We're going to head off now?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
So, Carmen, you used to live with your grandma quite close by. What were your earliest memories of Lunar New Year?
So, usually we would have reunion dinner on the eve, and then all the cousins would gather at my grandmother's house. And that was a good time for us as children to stay up late because, you know, they always say there's this thing called shou sui, where if you stay, the longer you stay up, the longer your parents live. And then, of course, on the day of the New Year, it was always exciting. We put on new clothes. Everyone comes in the morning. My grandmother makes this peng kueh, which is a very traditional Teochew kueh. And then following that, we all head to my great-grandmother's house. And of course, the pinnacle would be the opening of the ang pao.
Yes. I used to do that in the toilet because it's rude to actually open it in front of whoever gives it to you. Right?
Exactly. So we never could open it until we're home.
So things have really changed since then. What do you miss most?
I miss most. So we used to live really close by. So at the eve of the New Year, we would always come to Chinatown with my cousins. And then once the clock strikes midnight, everything goes at half price. So that was really good fun. You could get whatever last minute decorations or goodies that we needed.
Speaking of decorations, we're going to try and get some now.
Sure.
Right? There's so many things to choose from. How do you decide which one to pick?
We usually try to get something like this. So this is pretty good because it's got quite a lot of the symbolic stuff. You've got the fu. So usually when we put it up, it's upside down. So it symbolizes us pouring out the good fortune into the house. It's also got the fish. So in Chinese, the fish is pronounced as yu, which sounds exactly the same as abundance. So it's meant to symbolize abundance in the new year. This is encapsulated in this peach, which symbolizes also longevity. And of course, it's in red. So red is always an auspicious color. It symbolizes wealth and good luck.
Yeah, it covers all the bases, so let's get that. So we've got a pair of couplets here. What do they symbolize?
So in Chinese New Year, a lot of things are in pairs. You give oranges in pairs. Likewise, decorations are typically in pairs. So in this couplet, it's meant to be a pair of good wishes that you hang on the wall or at the side of your door. So this one talks about good health as well as living harmoniously as a family.
Decorations in the bag. Next, the goodies. Sweet, savory, and ever so sinful.
A wall of picture-perfect cookies, Carmen. You're going to have to help me pick 3 of your favorites for your grandmother.
Sure. So usually we would pick something like this, a pineapple tarts, because pineapple in Hokkien is Ong Lai, which means the arrival of prosperity. So this is one of it. We also usually get love letters and nian gao.
Okay, let's go and find those.
Sure.
Legend has it, in the old days, forbidden lovers would use love letters to send messages in secret. Another perennial favorite, nian gao, a sticky, sweetened rice cake. Eating it is symbolic of literally achieving a higher year. It's usually sliced thin, dipped in beaten egg and pan-fried.
Looks like we made a pretty good purchase for your grandma.
I think we did. Well, let's pay and head up. Thank you.
Thanks.
There's so much preparation and thought that goes into Chinese New Year, and at the crux of it all, family bonds.
Definitely. You don't want to miss the second part of this wonderful story when Tay Tsen-Waye shares some special moments with Carmen's family, and it all culminates in the reunion feast.
Ooh, sounds great. But that's coming up soon at 8:45 a.m. Hong Kong and Singapore time, so do stay with us on that. And speaking of...
Welcome back to First Look Asia. Bakwa, decorations, and delicious goodies in a bag. Earlier, Tay Tsen-Waye joined a Singaporean mother of one in Chinatown for a walk down memory lane.
In part 2 of this Chinese New Year feature, she shares some special moments with Carmen Huang and her extended family. Take a look.
We've arrived at Carmen's grandmother's, which is just a 10-minute ride from where we were just now in Chinatown. Carmen used to live here only until a few years ago. This area must conjure up so much nostalgia for you.
It does, especially during the Chinese New Year. So my neighbors on the ground floor would engage a lion dance troupe, and when the lion dance would be over here, and all of us would just step up and then just watch the lion dance from over here. The neighborhood's very small. Most people here know each other because they've lived here for a long time.
And that's your grandma?
And that's my grandma. Papa?
So we're gonna go out and say hello to her.
Yeah, we shall.
Okay.
Carmen's 76-year-old grandmother from her mother's side has lived in this estate since 1961. She recalls a far livelier neighborhood during the Chinese New Year celebrations of the past, when she would sit along the corridor with her daughters, rolling love letters to sell during the festive period.
现在不大热闹了，全部人都不一样的，新的屋子，有人新搬来就不热闹，不认识。以前我们住这边很久，才多很多孩子，现在不热闹了。跟我这样年纪的，有的也是死翘翘。
The sound of children's laughter might have long faded, but Madam Bay's smile and eyes shine as bright as ever.
我现在最开心了咯，那孙子跟他孙这样，叫我老妈，叫我曾祖母，四个了。
Carmen's face lights up too as her husband Lim Zhiyang and 10-month-old daughter Penelope have popped by to help put up the decorations.
So good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Come on in. This is my mom-in-law, Mrs. Lim.
Hi, Mrs. Lim.
Hi,
We got this for you the other day, so it's just
Thank you.
Lunar New Year gift.
Welcome to our home.
Thanks for inviting me for your reunion dinner.
No, it's my
Really
pleasure.
good.
Yeah.
Something smells really good. Has the cooking started already?
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Can I go and have a look?
You can go and have a look.
Okay,
yeah.
great. Let's go.
Lim Wai-ling's at her childhood home for the family reunion dinner. Along with her 4 sisters and their families, they're hosting an earlier meal ahead of New Year's Eve. The kitchen's where most of the action happens.
How do you decide what dishes you're going to cook every year?
Well, actually, the sisters, they plan out based on what they like, but there's no fixed rule. But since it's Chinese New Year, most of the dishes we try to think of with some traditional and meaning. So like prawns, you know, we will say is because it's ha in Cantonese actually. So that means laughter. And we also have another dish which is mushroom with oyster and you know the fat choy. And oyster is 好事, you know. Also we say it sounds like 好事. And fat choy is wealth, growing wealth. You know.
So how do you decide who cooks? I mean, are there too many cooks in the kitchen sometimes and people argue about the menu?
Ping is one of the best cook in our family. So she get arrow to do all the work here.
They eat whatever I cook.
Yeah, so but we never complain we like her food so much. But some of us just potluck 1 or 2 dishes just to help her. So that everybody's happy.
And what a generous spread of flavors, colors, and delightful aromas. When the cooking's done, it's time for the star of the evening, the yisheng, lo hei in Cantonese, or prosperity toss, a salad consisting of raw fish mixed with shredded vegetables and a variety of sauces and condiments. It could be said a family that lo heis together stays together. Matriarch and widow 84-year-old Choi Yuk-chan looks pleased to have her daughters and grandchildren around her. Mrs. Lim, her oldest child, retells how Madam Choi used to make the Chinese New Year celebrations extra special.
My mom, she's very innovative because she didn't have the means to buy us new dress. So what she does is she go to the departmental store and she copy the designs of the clothes and then she come home and sew for us. So we always look forward to the first day of New Year because we wear new clothes. And other times you don't get to get new clothes. So that's something she has done very well for us. 係咪啊？你做衫俾我哋着嘅各位。係啦，嗰陣時好年輕啦。係啦。So those are the days. But today I feel that this element of looking forward to new clothes has lost certain significance because children, I mean, they get new clothes so easily any time of the year.
Portraits around the flat reveal a tight-knitted family. Mrs. Lim says passing on the custom of eating together to future generations is important.
More importantly is the bonding, you know, because this is something which I hope that generation after generation, you know, the families get together, whether it's first generation, second generation, third generation, whenever there's an opportunity. And I think Lunar New Year kind of becomes a default that the generations get together. And I think we should never lose that, you know. Whereas, you know, if people go out on holidays and all that, they might miss some of the so-called the beauty of family getting together.
Her son Lim Zhiyang and wife Carmen share these sentiments. The Year of the Rooster will be their daughter's first Chinese New Year. Little Penelope represents the 4th generation of the Lim family.
Lunar New Year to us has always been about family. I know traditionally has always what we like to think about Lunar New Year is about material blessings, material wealth, material health. But I think for us as a family, what's most important is passing on that family values.
But Carmen agrees it will get tougher as society continues to modernize and success is measured by status and wealth.
I think it's on us to have to explain to her what is maybe that there's more in life than all these.
I guess you show by example.
Definitely. Hopefully we model that to her.
Yeah.
4 generations of the Lim family are gathered here for the grand reunion feast. And I can tell from the way everyone's looking at me, they're very hungry. So we're not going to wait for another minute. But before that, for everyone who celebrates Lunar New Year, a happy and prosperous Lunar New Year. 恭喜发财!
And that was Tay Tsen-Waye and members of a multi-generational family in Singapore wishing our viewers a happy and healthy Lunar or Chinese New Year.
Wei is such a great storyteller. That was fantastic. What are your earliest memories of the New Year period? Tweet us at Teresa Tang CNA and Julie Yu CNA and use the hashtag FirstLookAsia.
And our special Chinese New Year series continues tomorrow as well. Lance Alexander shares some screen time with action superstar Jackie Chan in a very engaging interview. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, that's going to be great. And on that note, we're done for this Tuesday, the 24th of January. But before we go, this update from the United States, where the Senate has confirmed Mike Pompeo as CIA director. This puts the conservative Kansas congressman in charge of an agency that is bracing for its most contentious relationship with the White House in decades.
As CIA director, Pompeo will be responsible for managing a global spying network at a time of escalating security problems, including renewed aggression from Russia, the nuclear ambitions of North Korea, and the splintering terror threat posed by Islamic State. And those updates will continue through the morning.
Be sure to join us again tomorrow as we explore the world of possibilities with a self-professed Renaissance man. Also, of course, Lance's candid chat with superstar Jackie Chan.
You don't want to miss that and so much more. Have a great day ahead, everyone, and do stay with us on the channel. Adam is up next with Asia Business First. Bye for now.
See you tomorrow.